Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, it feels so good to be back in my little studio behind me. My Bo Jackson photograph, 8x10, I believe that is. My flag up there, my thin red line flag for the firefighters in 9/11, the firefighters all over the USA that work hard to protect us and keep us safe. I figured once I put my studio in, I was like, gotta rip the firefighters. I've had a grandpa that was a firefighter in Manhattan for 30-something years. What's up, Brandon? Good to see you. Good to be back after my good to see you, Peanut Butter. After my little 12-day vacation. As you can see behind me, the studio is here. The studio is here, guys. I just got to get a microphone now, and I'll be in business. Feels good to be back. I'll have my first collab in 7 minutes or so with Jay in the Bay for all the NFL fans. Need some water. I'm a little nervous to be back. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm a little nervous to be back. It's been about 2 weeks. I've just been working and growing my beard, as you could see, and suntanning, going to the beach a lot. How are you, Peanut Butter? How are you feeling, Minister Brendan and Mr. Peanut Butter? How are the two of you feeling? When we last left off before my hiatus, you both were under the weather. Hope both of you are doing good health-wise. Where'd Hector go? I saw him in here. I saw Hector in here a couple minutes ago. Where'd he go? Yeah, it's manly, right, Peanut Butter? It makes me look distinguished. It makes me look like one of those one of those tough guys from fucking bare knuckle boxing in England. You know, the one with like the not whiskey, but like the whisked up whiskers with the wax. The curly mustache and the fist like this. I just picture myself. Met a Filipino lady who is very nice. Sounds very charming, Brendan. Sounds very charming. Hopefully it stays that way. The panels behind me, I haven't even glued them yet. These are all, I had to cut them all like by hand so they like fit. Some of them are bigger than the other. I haven't even glued them. That's just temporary. That's rainbow thumbtacks that's holding them into the wall. I haven't even glued them to the wall yet. I have to say it. Put the mushroom on the meatball. I had meatballs today, but I had turkey meatballs today, Brent. It's funny you mentioned that. Trying to get a no wheat diet. You mean like a gluten-free diet? A gluten-free diet? I have to be gluten-free too, my friend. I have that, what's it called? Celiac disease. So I have to stay away from the grains and the wheats and the breads and gluten and everything else that tastes really great. And I recently found out that I'm lactose intolerant. So no dairy. Fucking sucks, man. How many great tasting foods either have dairy, wheat, bread, or gluten in it? That's like 75 to like 90% of foods. I'm that one guy that has to go to the restaurant and be like, I see you have this menu. Do you have a gluten-free menu? Because I'm allergic to everything. Bro, I had ice cream Sunday night, and I knew Monday, the next day, was going to be brutal. I got a large fucking... What's up, Junior? I got a large, it was like a large fucking, like a large sundae, right? Vanilla, cookie dough pieces, chocolate sprinkles, Reese's Pieces, peanut butter cups. I had the works, bro. It was like a fucking $12 fucking sundae. The next day, my stomach was in knots. That's the same thing that happens to me when I eat bread. When I eat bread, my stomach's in knots, and my intestines get swollen because it's a fucking allergic reaction. So, frozen yogurt, I don't know, man. Nothing's better than soft serve, Brandon. Oh, you can't eat meat? Hold on, I see Jay's here. Let me get my headphones here. Brother!
How's it going, man? How you doing?
It's good to have you, man. It's good to see you. It's good to talk to you face to face.
Likewise, man.
So I found you like when I first started like doing the lives and I started to get into the groove. I think I did one of my like really immature scare pranks on my mom.
Okay.
And you commented on it, and then I saw your channel and I saw how hard you were hustling. I was like, I gotta bring this kid on one day. And I like your videos were so informative. So I was like, I gotta chat with him. And the first thing I want to chat with you about is Tim Tebow, bro.
That's funny. Yeah, Tim Tebow. I mean, Tim Tebow is, I think it's the epitome of it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he hasn't played in the NFL in what, like 6 years?
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously 99% of athletes, they can't be out of the game for 6 years and come back and be offered, you know, a position. So, you know, there's no doubt Tim Tebow is definitely an athlete. It would have been interesting to see how his career would have progressed if he would have just started as a tight end or a halfback, fullback, something like that. But, you know, the Jaguars definitely brought him in to sell jerseys. I hear that Tim Tebow has one of the highest selling jerseys in the NFL. So
that's the fourth time he did that. He did that with my New York Mets. He did that with the Eagles and the Broncos.
Wow. Yeah, so, he's a polarizing guy.
He's also, you know, the thing is, like he's it's like you said, he's it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
He's reuniting with what's it, Urban Meyer?
Yep.
I think they won a couple of championships together or one. Yeah. So they bring him in. I saw a video of him that got leaked. It was leaked on YouTube last week, and it was from the 2008-2009 season of him lining up and taking snaps as a tight end, and he looked pretty solid.
Okay.
This is the point you just made. Like, why didn't he just do this sooner?
Right.
I always thought that he was going to, you know, be one of those positions. If not that, maybe fullback or running back, or snaps in the Wildcat.
Yeah, because he really didn't get a chance to start any regular season games at quarterback after Denver. I don't believe. I mean, I know he went to the Jets, but they didn't really use him as quarterback. And then he went with the Patriots, and I think he got cut before the regular season started. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why he didn't start out like that, but you know, the Jags are definitely benefiting from this. You know, they got good press from this. Bringing Tim Tebow back, you know, they're selling a lot of jerseys. So
they're going to sell a lot of tickets too.
Yeah, sell a lot of tickets too. Yeah, because, you know, Tim Tebow, as you said, he started at the University of Florida under Urban Meyer. So that's right in their backyard, Jacksonville. So that's great. A lot of people are going to go to the stands just to see Tim Tebow. So it's a win-win for the organization.
Yeah, he's got a squeaky clean record. The other thing that I was looking at is the lineups that they have on their depth chart of tight ends. There's no guy that really stands out where I'm like, oh shit, this guy is going to be like the starter. That Tim Tebow doesn't have a chance. There's two guys that were there last year that didn't really do much. They got a rookie there, and then they have two other guys, Chris Mahartz and James O'Shaughnessy is the only guy that I'm like,
I've heard of him. Yeah,
he was on the Chiefs. He was on the Patriots. He was on the Saints. He was on the Panthers. He's pretty solid. So he's the one guy where I'm like, Tebow might have to compete a little bit, but at the same time, most teams now, they have 2 to 3 tight ends on their main roster. So
right.
I have a funny feeling, man. Tim Tebow is going to have a comeback story. Maybe that's me. I'm an older guy, and I like the whole Cinderella story. I'm just I saw your podcast 2 weeks ago. You're like, I don't even think he's gonna make it past the cuts.
but now, since they've sold all those jerseys And I'm sure the season ticket sales, I mean, they're probably already doing pretty well with the season tickets because, they got a number one quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence.
The guy out of Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, they're bringing in a new head coach, Urban Meyer, who was excellent at the University of Florida. So their ticket sales should ought to be good. But I'm sure now, it ratcheted up a little bit with Tim Tebow coming there. So, and as you mentioned, Shaughnessy, he's the only tight end that I've heard of. So there's really no established. There is no Gronkowski, there. There is no George Kittle there. So yeah, I mean, I think barring injury, Tebow will probably make the 53-man roster.
Yeah, he's coming in shape because he's coming over from the Syracuse Mets. It's not like he's coming, even though it's a different sport. He's not coming off the couch eating bonbons and ice cream. He's coming in shape.
Right.
He hit home runs the end of February. So, but my lady's she's black, so she was bringing up like, oh, they brought in this freaking Tim Tebow guy, but they couldn't bring in Colin Kaepernick. I'm like, listen, here's the thing, like, if you look at that passer ratings though, Tim Tebow had a 75.3 passer rating. Colin Kaepernick, when he left, he was like 88.9 passer rating. So they're not. And look, Tebow's playing a different position. He's not coming in as a quarterback.
Yeah.
He may be the guy that comes in and he does like a wildcat or like a sneak play here or there, but
Well, there's no doubt. I think we all know the reason why Kaepernick, basically was ousted by the league. He got, I think he was basically blackballed. I think it kind of proved that in the lawsuit him and Eric Reed had with the league. I think, I don't think the NFL admitted at fault, but usually when you settle, you're kind of saying, hey, we don't want to take this to court. We'll just pay you out just for this to go away. But, Kaepernick, I think he definitely deserved another opportunity to be in the NFL. A team should give him a legit workout. I mean, he hasn't played in so many years, and the NFL, you just don't get better, especially at the quarterback position. You just don't get better by not playing it. And Kaepernick hasn't played, I don't know, like, what is it, the same amount of time as Tebow, or maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been a long time. It sucks what happened to Kaepernick. It's funny. I actually went to his last game when we played against the Seahawks. I mean, I didn't know it would be his last game, but yeah, that was the last game he played. And, it sucks that he got blackballed, but, he sued the league, him and Eric Reed won. And, I'm sure Kaepernick, he's doing well with his movement and things like that. So, but all power, I'm not hating on Tebow, but if he can make the squad, he can beat out the other tight ends and, he earned it then. So.
Yeah, I agree with you on Kaepernick. I would have liked to see him come back. I also would have liked to see him snag that contract in the XFL just to get the reps in, just to be on film. But, he wanted more money, and I get that. I think they're only offering like $250K a game. But, if his management team could have gave him double that, now you got live playing. Nothing simulates a live action sack on you. Quarterbacks, they don't get hit in practice. So he would have been on tape. I think unfortunately, I don't think he'll ever play any sports again.
No.
I do feel like that one Super Bowl where the power went out, the 49ers had a ton of momentum going. And then the power went out. They got to sit on the sidelines. They got to go back to their locker room. And you could see that the momentum had shifted. And, I would have liked to see him pull that one out, though.
Yeah, I mean, Kaepernick, he had a great run, when he was playing. Obviously, the last year, I believe, when Harbaugh was fired and they brought in, like, Chip Kelly, that obviously, and they had Tom Sula. It was a lot of the talent that was around him had either retired or had left from free agency. And looks like there's a comment. You mind if I highlight a comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it looks like Minister Brandon, I'll just read it. He says, jinthebay, for me, it was his attitude, the reason why he don't need to play. I definitely respect your opinion. Kaepernick definitely did something that most athletes don't do nowadays, and he decided to take a stand, and I definitely respect him for that. From an owner's perspective, you don't want to alienate fans that don't agree with Kaepernick's movement, and I also understand that because it is a business. But I think Kaepernick's legacy is definitely solidified as someone who excelled at the quarterback position for a short amount of time. But I think his legacy is, standing up for what he believes in and standing up for people who don't have a voice. And I think he'll definitely be remembered for that more than his football play. So
I agree with you. How do you feel now with the quarterback situation with porn star Jimmy? That's Stephen A. Smith
Jimmy G. Jimmy G, that's my quarterback, man. No, I'm happy that we have Jimmy G. I think we're in a great situation here with the 49ers. We drafted Trey Area. I'm happy we definitely got our franchise quarterback for the future. I think in the best case scenario, Jimmy G would start every game. And then, Trey Lance can, take his time, learn the playbook, get comfortable. And also he could come in like a Taysom Hill role, like with the Saints, where, Drew Brees was a starter there. Obviously, Drew Brees would play 90-95% of the snaps. Taysom Hill would come in for about 10 plays a game at quarterback. I think we could do that to ease in Trey Lance and also to bring another dimension to the offense. So I think that would be a good option. But yeah, I'm happy with our quarterback situation for sure.
I saw one of your recent videos you did today, something with Julio Jones, and should the 49ers make him a new offer? What do you think is going to happen?
I would say, I think we definitely need to get another receiver because we have the Ayuk show. We have Brandon Ayuk. We have Tebow Samuel. We have George Kittle, the best tight end in the NFL. But if one of those three guys gets hurt, it's like, well, who are we starting? Richie James, Juwan Jennings, Jalen Hurd, Austin Walter. We have a lot of players that aren't established. I feel like this offense really took off in 2019 when we traded for Emmanuel Sanders. I felt like Jimmy G was playing his best football when we had an established veteran presence who raises, the talent in the wide receiver room. I think that's definitely an area we need to get better at. And Julio Jones, he's making $15 million this year. He's making $11 million for the next 2 years. I think the 49ers can afford that. It's just if John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan will pull the trigger, because there's no way. I mean, the Falcons want to get a first-round pick. I don't think there's any team that's going to offer them a first-round pick for Julio just based on his age. He's
he gets hurt foot a lot.
He does get hurt. Now, if you look at his stats last year, he only played, I think, 9 games. But if you look at every other year, he's played in double-digit games. But I know what you mean, like. If you look at his snaps, they might not be as high as other receivers because he's been hampered with foot injuries and hamstring injuries. And those lower extremities injuries are terrible for any athlete. But if you look at his numbers, he's put up numbers the past 3 years of Pro Bowl, borderline all-pro receiver. So I think he would definitely be an asset with the 49ers. And also I was thinking OBJ, Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham would be a good asset. He's younger.
Listen, OBJ, his a lot of people give him flack for his attitude and everything. He's evened out compared to when he was playing for my Giants. To Browns, he's almost a totally different guy when it comes to the antics and whatnot. And personally, I didn't really give a shit what he did on the sideline. As long as when he was on the field, he was scoring touchdowns and doing the one-handed grabs. That's all I care about it.
I think that stuff is just for the media. It's just for the media. Oh, he kicked the goalpost. Oh, that's all just for the media to get clicks.
And then he proposed to it.
Exactly, man. That's all for clicks for the media. As long as he's catching the football, scoring touchdowns, as you said, that's what's most important. But honestly, though, the Cleveland Browns offense looked better without OBJ last year. I think they wanted to focus on running the ball, the Browns, and that's what they did. And it helped alleviate pressure off of Baker. And I think when OBJ was in there, Baker wanted to force feed the ball to OBJ, and that just wasn't a recipe for success. But OBJ, if he came to the Niners, that would be nice. He's got a team-friendly deal. I think he has 3 years left on his contract, but only one of the years is guaranteed. So if he does, have an attitude, he doesn't work out, you cut him, and at least you gave it a shot. But I think either one of those receivers would definitely elevate the wide receiver room for the Niners. So
Angie Hicks wants to know if you're a football player. Yes, Jay in the Bay is a football player.
No, in my past life.
Same here, bro. I wish I would have applied myself a little bit better.
I know, right? Yeah.
When I was in high school, my dream was to play for Hofstra, and then Hofstra did away with their football program, and I didn't really want to play at any other school. And
okay.
maybe I'll have a son. Maybe I'll have a son.
Who will play? Yeah, I played
in
high school, but it just wasn't for me. Like when you see the football game on TV, oh yeah, it looks fun, it looks all that, but it's a physical sport, and it just wasn't for me. So,
did you play any college ball or no?
No. I just played a little bit of high school, just for fun, but it just wasn't for me. You have to have a certain mindset to play football, and that just wasn't me. So.
Andrew Hicks, make sure you go and sub to Jay in the Bay. His link is in the
appreciate it.
There's a couple of you here. So if you haven't subbed, Mr. Brendan, all my moderators, Miss Muggs, Jay in the Bay, the link is in the description. Please go ahead and subscribe to his channel.
I appreciate it.
The dude of the ocean, the Greek dude from the ocean. Is that our nickname? I guess Mr. Brendan giving us a nickname. So, dude, my Raiders, they drafted terribly. I don't know if you saw it. New York Post came out and it was like, which team drafted the best? And my girl was like, because she's a Jets fan, the Jets were like number 3 on the list, and the Raiders were like number 29. So I'm like, I heard that all the time. They're like, how do you feel about Derek Carr? I'm like, I just don't know if he's that guy.
Yeah, like I don't feel like he's a problem, Derek Carr. I don't know if he'll win you a Super Bowl, but he's definitely not the reason you aren't winning. I think it's been the defense. I mean, if you look at the draft picks that that Gruden and Mayock have drafted, the defensive players, who stands out? No, there is no playmakers. I mean, we signed 2 of your guys, Arden Key and Maurice Hurst. They were like 3rd round picks of the Raiders, but yeah, that's been the issue. They don't draft defensive players. Either they're not drafting the right defensive players, or they're just not coaching them up. It's one of the two.
And they wouldn't pay Khalil Mack.
Exactly. So they traded him,
and they traded Cooper to the Cowboys.
Yeah. So
it's like, and now Aguilar's not there now.
Yep. And he was your best wide receiver last year.
Yeah.
So. And then you got rid of the most expensive offensive line, or at least one of the most expensive offensive lines in the NFL. I could understand that. And the reason why is because you had that offensive line for like the past 2 or 3 years, but what did it get you? You weren't able to really go far in the playoffs. So that's why they shipped off Hudson. He went to the Chiefs, and Gabe Jackson went to the Seahawks. Sucks that he went to the Seahawks, because we play the Seahawks every 2 games a year. But
all those games where like the 49ers play anybody in their division rival.
Yeah.
It's always close. It's like any other division when they play division rivals.
Yeah.
And they got that little like hatred for one another.
Yeah.
Like the Seahawks play you guys tight. I don't know about the Rams though. Matthew Stafford.
He's an upgrade over Goff. I mean,
I don't know. Goff was really growing on me.
Well, he didn't play too well against the Niners. Goff, like we had Goff's number, and McVay was tired of it, so he wanted to upgrade. And I think Stafford is better. And also the Rams, they had the number 1 rated defense last year, and they bring that back. Of course, they got Jalen Ramsey, they got Aaron Donald. So, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, they'll all be, as you said, it'll all be close games. I think that's the toughest division in the NFL. What do you think, the NFC West?
I think so. You all also have like your quarterbacks that are going to be there forever. If you look at the Raiders division, or if you even look at the NFC East, which is like a mainstay in my house, who are their quarterbacks?
Right.
Allen's coming back from injury. Dak Prescott's coming back from breaking his ankle.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're going to do with Philly, if they're going to play Jalen, and then who knows about Daniel Jones.
Right.
I still don't have an opinion on him because he hasn't really showed me much. And every time he gets, God forbid, a defender comes his way, he's fucking getting the ball knocked out of his hand. He's forcing interceptions, and this is his third year.
His 3rd year this year. Yeah, it's a make or break year for Daniel Jones for sure.
Yeah, the growing pain years. The first year is it's a wash. The second year you learn from your mistakes, and then the 3rd year is really where you're supposed to progress as the quarterback. I'm just not sold. When I watched him run down the field last year and he falls over his own feet. I'm like,
kicked over in there.
They said, "Oh, the turf was loose that day." Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Well, that New York turf is nothing nice. Nick Bosa was out for the rest of the year. We were playing the New York Jets. Also,
he's got the torn ligament.
He's got the torn ACL. Also, Solomon Thomas was out He got injured in that field. Jimmy G also got hurt, but that was kind of a fluke with Jimmy G. The offensive lineman kind of got, pushed up on him, and he sprained his ankle, and he wasn't the same the rest of the year. So, yeah, I'm glad we don't play any New York teams this year on the East Coast. That's for sure.
How do you feel about your defensive coach going over to coach the Jets?
I'm happy for Saleh. He definitely earned it. Saleh was an excellent defensive coordinator, and he definitely earned, the head coaching nod with the New York Jets. Hopefully he does well. He's got a new quarterback, Zach Wilson. They're slowly rebuilding that Jets team, and I hope the best for him. And we hired in-house. We got D'Amico Ryans, former linebacker in the NFL. He knows the scheme, but I think play calling is something that just takes time. You can know the scheme, but what should you call if it's a 3rd and 5, or what should you call if it's a 3rd and 10? Like, should you blitz? Should you play zone? Should you play man? Like, things like that. He hasn't play called before, so I think there could be, there's definitely going to be a transition there. But I think as long as we're healthy on defense, I think we'll still be, one of the 10 best defenses in the NFL.
Who's the quarterback for the Cardinals? What's his name again?
Kyler Murray.
God, he's fucking.
He's good.
He's exciting to watch, man.
Yeah.
What's up, baby girl? Good to see you. He's something else.
Yeah.
No, I think he's one of the toughest quarterbacks that your team plays.
He's like Russell Wilson, just not as seasoned, because he can even if when he stands back in the pocket, even if the rush comes to him, he can move up in the pocket, he can move to the right, he can move to the left. And then, corners now, they can't cover more than like 4 seconds in the NFL. You just can't, because either way, a guy will be wide open, or the corner will have to hold the receiver. So Kyler Murray definitely presents problem to us. I think we won one game against the Cardinals, and we lost one game against the Cardinals last year. So, but yeah, they're going to be a tough out this year. And they got AJ Green, they got JJ Watt. So
how do you feel about the NFL adding an extra game?
From a fan perspective, I like it. I don't know, some players were for it, some players were against it. I'm always down for more football. I don't really like the Thursday night games. I don't know about you, but guys just don't have enough time to recover,
The Thursday night games, any Thursday night game that I've been watching, it's either hit or miss. It's either very competitive and it's neck and neck, or it's just a complete blowout. And then at that point, I'm just like, it's 50-0. I'm just going to go to bed.
Right, exactly.
That's the only thing I don't like about Thursday games. It's just like, if it's a shit game, if one team is just smoking the other team and it's not my Raiders or my Giants, I don't care. I think they could drop the Thursday games, to be honest with you.
I think it's all about money. It's all about money,
Oh, the deal with the NFL Network and all that.
Right, exactly.
JJ Watt and AJ Green are done. I thought AJ Green didn't he get signed?
He's with the Cardinals.
He got signed like a month or two ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and
I don't know how much they have left, the two of them, but
we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting for AJ Green because when he was with the Cincinnati Bengals, he was always the number one receiver. He always was locked in on the other team's best defensive player, like their best defensive corner, and now he's going to be the number 2 beside DeAndre Hopkins. So AJ Green, he might be able to still play. We really don't know. He's battled. I think he's had foot injuries the last few years, and he hasn't really been the same. But we'll see. A change of scenery. We'll see what happens.
Did anybody sign JJ Watt?
Yeah, the Cardinals did. Yeah.
Oh, they signed them both.
They signed them both.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about JJ Watt. He's got problems with his arms.
Yeah, he's up there, but he's definitely not the player he was 5 years ago. But
I thought it was interesting. I said to you the other night on your stream that Clowney got signed by the Browns.
Yep.
Clowney's another guy that's always injured.
He's injured, and he just doesn't get enough sacks from me. But pair him up with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett's a hell of a defensive lineman, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I don't think Clowney recorded a sack last year with the Titans. I don't think he had one sack. But we'll see. We'll see what he does with the with the Browns, because the Browns got a pretty good defense.
Yeah, they do. I still think Baker Mayfield's that guy. I think he's just getting into his progression now. Baker Mayfield.
He's solid. Obviously he works best. Most quarterbacks work best when they have a running game, and they got a two-headed monster in Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And as long as they're running the ball 30 to 40 times a game, I think Baker will be all right. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they'll be just fine.
So how long have you been this like diehard 49ers fan your whole life?
I've been a 49er fan, I would say, since I was about 8. The first kind of play that stood out to me was when Steve Young threw a pass to Terrell Owens, and he caught it in the end zone against the Packers. And T.O. came up, he caught the ball, it was a touchdown. The Niners won the game, and T.O. was crying on the sideline. Like, ever since that game, that's when I've been repping the Niners hard. And I just started YouTube in August of last year. That's when I started YouTube. So, yeah, but I love talking about the red and gold, so it's fun.
Dude, I remember when Terrell Owens came in and there was like this whole big thing with Jerry Rice. He's like, I don't want to share the plays with this kid.
Yeah.
And there was whole lot of animosity. And then Jerry Rice ended up going to my Raiders eventually.
Yeah.
And T.O. just exploded.
Yeah.
Every week they were like, what kind of celebration is this dude going to do next? And then I was watching that when they played the Cowboys live. I was watching that where he ran to the star and then put the football down.
Yeah.
And then the defender from the Cowboys came and he put the football down.
Yeah.
T.O. scores again. He puts the football down and then he gets clocked.
Yeah.
That was wild, bro.
That was crazy.
But people, even on the East Coast, people tuned in to either see him dominate or get dominated. He was all ratings, bro.
Yeah.
I wish he would have. You love to hate and hate to love.
Yeah, I wish he never would have left the Niners, but the rest is history. And then, of course, I wish Jerry Rice never left either, but
Yeah. Hector says, remember the year J.J. Stokes, Terrell, Jerry Rice?
Yeah, that was a hell of a 3 wide receiver tandem, definitely.
What was that, end of the 90s?
End of the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, Angie, when I sit like this, my nose doesn't run, Angie. Thank you for noticing. At 43. I like Steve Young and Joe Montana when I liked San Fran back in the day. Remember when Joe Montana went to the freaking Chiefs?
Yeah. I think he was there for 1 or 2 seasons with the Chiefs. Yeah, that was crazy.
That was another thing because Montana and Steve Young didn't want to take in the chair.
Right. And you bring up
it's common with your star players.
And you bring up a great point about that because Aaron Rodgers, I don't know how you feel about that situation, but Aaron Rodgers is over here saying, "Oh, I'm going to retire. I'm going to do this and that because you guys drafted a quarterback." And look, if Steve Young could be put behind Joe Montana, I don't think you can complain about anything. Players get replaced all the time. I think Bill Walsh said it best. You trade a player a year before, not a year too late. And you always have to have depth at certain positions. I mean, so I don't know why Aaron Rodgers. How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers? Do you think he?
I thought he was going to. I still think he's going to go to another team. I think he's either going to get picked up by the Broncos, maybe my Raiders, or depending on what happens with. I was going to ask you, Deshaun Watson. Depending on what happens with him, if they don't have their starting quarterback and Aaron Rodgers is just sitting on the sideline. They'd be stupid not to pick up Rodgers.
Yeah.
I just think that it's time. Like there's already been so much scuttlebutt. It's already made it to the media. Everyone's airing out the dirty laundry. At this point, it's just best to go your separate ways. Yeah. Release Rodgers and let him get picked up by another team. And like you said, the Packers drafted a quarterback. So
yeah, they got Jordan Love sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. It looks like Hector says that Aaron is mad because he was not told. Yeah, and I don't know how you feel, but I feel like players play. I think if the player of Aaron Rodgers' caliber comes to management and says, "Hey, I need a wide receiver," or "Hey, I need another edge rusher," I think the management should listen to him and say, "Okay, we'll definitely look into that." But I don't think the management should consult with Rodgers. Like, "Hey, should we add a quarterback?" Or I don't think they have to do that. I don't think they have to.
I agree with you. Yeah,
for permission.
Is it okay if we pick up this guy? Yeah, no, they shouldn't do that. But he didn't really have. Who did he have? Adams.
Yeah, Adams.
It was like his main target, Adams, and then he had Cobb for a couple of years, and then Cobb went to I think the Cowboys.
He had Jordy Nelson. He had Greg Jennings. He got Aaron Jones now. I want to say he had
Toyin.
Yep, got Tunyon. Yeah. Then they had what's his name, Jimmy Graham, but that was kind of he's out of his prime. But I think it was more about the defense, and also the Packers were known for not spending a lot of money in free agency. Like the main free agents I can remember the Packers signing was like Reggie White, Charles Woodson, and those were like the biggest names because normally the Packers like to build their team with the draft, and I understand that, I respect that, and I think you should do both. And I think that is one reason why Aaron Rodgers is mad. But, they did do that the last year. I think they got the Smith brothers, Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith, the two edge rushers. They did that. So I think that definitely helped the defense. But isn't it crazy to think that Rodgers only has one Super Bowl appearance in his career with the Packers?
Yeah, the last couple of years, he was like right there, though. He was right there in the championship games.
Yeah.
It's like you said, they never gave him more pieces to the puzzle. They're just like, here, this is what you get. Go win us a Super Bowl. And it's like, I could actually understand his frustrations. But, I know the Broncos was like the main team that was
interesting.
But who do they have in Denver?
They got Teddy Bridgewater. They have, what's his name? I forgot his name, but they drafted him maybe about 2 years ago.
What position?
Quarterback.
Drew
Lock. Yeah, Drew Lock. Yeah. So
they had that 1 year Peyton Manning's back.
They had Peyton Manning. They've had Brock Osweiler. And that's another thing. Elway can't draft a quarterback.
Yeah. The Broncos got lucky that year because they had Peyton, because their defense was solid. Bro.
Yeah. Von Miller. Yeah. Yep.
They won him that Super Bowl, not fucking Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
What do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Peyton Manning. He was just along for the ride.
Yeah, to get his second ring and be out. Exactly. What do you think is going to happen with Watson?
Man, I mean, I don't know. I just hope the truth comes out. And it's funny you mentioned Deshaun Watson because I think the Niners were definitely interested in Deshaun Watson. And once all, the lawsuits came out, I think that's why we definitely traded up into the top 3 to select Trey Lance because we can no longer get Watson. Yep, Hector is correct on that. Yeah, I think Elway got elevated to a position above general manager. But, I mean, I don't think Watson plays this year. Because he doesn't want to go to the Texans. And if you're a team, how could you trade for Watson at least this year? Like, I don't know. Like, there's just too much heat around Watson. What do you think?
You're saying wait for it to cool down and then pick him up in a year or two?
Yeah, I think so.
There's 325 people here. Please, if you haven't, go into the description and sub to my friend Jay in the Bay. He has a wonderful sports channel. Please check out Jay in the Bay. Link in the description.
Appreciate you.
I saw two girls came out last week and said Watson never did anything to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's 2 against like
30, 40, 50.
Yeah. So, but it's like, you're a good-looking kid. You're the face of a franchise. You have all this money. You couldn't just like go to a strip club or like an escort service or something. You had to go to a hole-in-the-wall massage parlor and do that. There's probably girls that throwing themselves at him. Like, why do you? I
just think if he's found guilty, I think he just thought he could get away with it. He offered women money. They either say yes, no, whatever. But hopefully the truth comes out. And if it's true about the allegations with him, hopefully he gets, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. That's what I hope happens. Hopefully it's not true, but there's a lot of women who are saying, certain things about him. So hopefully we'll see how it plays out in court. But, obviously the women need to be heard. That's one thing, because a lot of women, they don't come forward because, look, they don't get believed. They just say, oh, you're out for money. You're out for this or that. So it's important for the women to be heard. And Deshaun has a right to defend himself as well. So, I just hope, the truth comes out in court. So
I don't even know who their backup there is in Texas.
I think they signed, I want to say, was it Tyrod Taylor? I think. Tyrod Taylor, and they drafted a quarterback out of Stanford. I think Davis Mills, I believe. So it looks like Tyrod's probably going to be the starter, week 1.
I like him, dude. I like Tyrod Taylor. He never broke that upper echelon of like most quarterbacks, but he's got a ton of heart, bro. He played for the Bills for a while.
He did. Yeah, he was good with the Bills. He's like He's good, but he kind of reminds me of like Alex Smith, where actually Alex Smith is probably better, but he's like a lower version of Alex Smith where he's solid, but
Like a
he just won't
solid
get you to the
journeyman.
top. Yeah, he's a solid journeyman. He's just not gonna put a team on his back and win you games. Like, so he's a solid quarterback. He's just not a franchise. He's just not a franchise quarterback. So
yeah, and then he was gonna back up Herbert, and then Herbert ended up playing. How good is Herbert with the Chargers, dude?
Herbert is excellent, but
I wish the Giants would have picked him.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, because when was the last time a quarterback from Oregon was any good in the NFL? I mean, Joey Harrington was the last quarterback I remember.
He flamed out in Detroit. I've been watching the NFL for 3 decades. I couldn't say anything about Oregon.
just like Cal quarterbacks. I mean, Aaron Rodgers obviously is the best ever to come out of Cal, but
I think Hector is asking you a question.
Sure.
You being a Niner fan, was Colin done dirty? I think he was.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Because if he never kneeled, he may not be playing the NFL now, but he definitely would have gotten the job. And I know some people would say, well, the Denver Broncos, I think they wanted to trade for Colin, but they wanted him to take a significant pay cut, and Colin didn't want to do that, which I respect. I mean, we all work. If a job comes to us and says, hey, we want you to take a pay cut to do the same type of work, I mean, most people are going to say no to that, right? So
yeah.
But yeah, Colin definitely got done dirty. But he sued the NFL and he won, and most people can't say they did that.
Was he? What was the story with Seattle? They wanted to sign him, Seattle Seahawks, but they wanted to know that, hey, man, you're not going to do none of this protesting stuff, right? And he wouldn't get an answer, so they didn't sign him.
I believe Seattle gave him a workout. I don't know if they asked him, hey, are you going to kneel or not, or if that was a condition upon them offering him a contract. I don't know.
So week 1, bro, I want to pick your brain. You ready?
Sure. Yep.
Cowboys versus the Bucks. I say Bucks.
I would say the Bucks. Yeah.
Jaguars versus Titans. I'm going to go with Jaguars.
Jaguars versus I'm going with the Titans.
I mean Texans. Sorry, I said Titans. Texans.
Oh, Jaguars versus Texans. I would probably go with the Jags. Sure, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hector said his girl. Oh, that's right. His girlfriend said something controversial. Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, and that wasn't contract. Yeah, that wasn't with the Seahawks. That was with the Baltimore Ravens. That was basically she Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend made a comparison. The Ravens owner, Bisciotti and Ray Lewis, and she compared them to I want to say the Django characters of Leonardo DiCaprio and Samuel Jackson or something like that. Yeah, so she made a comparison between those two, and obviously the owner didn't like that. Yeah. So that definitely didn't help.
Can you imagine that though? Like you're about to get signed again to a multi-million-dollar contract, and your girl did something stupid. Cost you your job. Shit.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't a wise decision, but hey, you live and you learn, right?
Yeah. Chargers versus Washington. I say Chargers.
Is that in Washington or LA?
It's in Washington.
I mean, Washington's got a hell of a defense, right? And the Chargers got a pretty good offense.
Who's the kid that the captain of the defense?
Chase Young.
Long ass hair.
Chase Young.
Dude, he's
a beast.
Solid, bro. He's giving me nightmares every time Daniel Jones for the Giants takes the field. I'm like, oh God, here he comes. He's gonna kill Daniel.
Yeah, that's going to be an incredible game because can Washington's offense score on the Chargers defense? Because I think that'll be one of the the big stories of that game. If I was betting on it, I would probably say I think the Chargers, because I think their offense is just better than Washington. And as long as they don't turn the ball over, I think they'll be fine. So I would take the Chargers.
Where's Melvin Gordon? Someone told me
he went with the Broncos. He signed with the
Broncos.
Yeah. Yep.
Seahawks versus Colts.
In
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Whew. I think I'm gonna say Seattle.
Quarterback.
Carson Wentz. We'll see what he does. Yeah.
You want to talk about a dud, bro?
Yeah.
Jets versus Panthers at Panthers. I don't know.
Probably the Panthers.
There's a lot of heat on that with Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, because he's going back. Yeah.
And
Yep.
Sam
Yeah,
Darnold said
against his team.
that they broke his heart because he thought he was going to be there. What's up, Peter man?
Oh man.
I got to go back to that one. I don't know. Vikings at Bengals.
Vikings.
Cardinals at Titans. I think Titans, bro.
Woo, that's a good game right there.
Both teams are solid. I just think the Titans.
Because Derrick Henry, obviously one of the best running backs in the NFL. We'll see how the Cardinals' run defense is. I would probably take the Titans. Yeah, I would take the Titans.
Hector says Colts defense is young and talented.
Okay. Yeah, they got DeForest Buckner. He's a beast. Former 49er. So,
yeah. 49ers and Lions.
Oh, no doubt.
Nothing.
No doubt. Yeah, we're gonna beat the brakes off them Lions for sure.
Well, listen, you're not big on Goff, so
no, and
you guys handle your business.
Yeah, and the Lions, they're a rebuilding team. They got a new head coach, new GM. The Niners were definitely better on paper, pretty much in every position. Like this should be, the Niners still need to come in. The Niners players don't need to take the team for granted. The Lions, they still need to come out and perform. But as a fan, I can say, we should beat the brakes off them Lions. Shouldn't be, this should be a 2-touchdown game.
Who's backing up Garoppolo?
Most likely it'll either be Trey Lance, Nate Sudfeld, or Josh Rosen. But I would assume it'll be Trey Lance.
Hector says Goff is terrible against the Niners.
Yeah,
I think Goff is terrible against a lot of teams.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, so. Mr. Peanut Butter just subbed to you. Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr. Peanut Butter, for subbing to Jay in the Bay.
Appreciate you, man.
Where were we? Steelers versus Bills, bro. That's fucking tough.
Steelers versus Bills. I'll probably take the Bills. I think the Bills will probably win the AFC East this year. What do you think?
You see, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, the Jets and
the Fins are solid. The Fins.
The only real competition they have in division is Miami.
Yeah. I think you froze up, Berg. I think Berg froze up. But Mr. Peanut Butter says the Steelers and the Ravens. I would probably take the Ravens. I think the Ravens are better than the Steelers. Yeah, Smiley. I think he froze up, so hopefully he can get his connection back. Looks like Hector says New England got better. Yeah, New England definitely did get better. They finally got some weapons surrounding Cam Newton. They got two new tight ends. They got Nelson Aguilar. They got Kendrick Bourne, former 49er. So yeah. But I think Berg will come back in. But I appreciate everyone for subscribing to your boy, Jay in the Bay. I appreciate everyone subscribing to me on YouTube. And I think Berg will be back sooner than later. And Hector, you are absolutely right. Goff is terrible against the Niners. We've definitely had his number, the last, 2 or 3 seasons. So I think that's definitely why McVay had to get an upgrade. And that's why he went after Matt Stafford. And Matt Stafford is definitely an upgrade. Matt Stafford is definitely an upgrade over Jared Goff. That's for sure. That's definitely for sure. Looks like Smiley says, I don't know how you remember all those. What's good, Berg?
I have the worst fucking internet connection, bro. Thank you for holding it down, though. I appreciate it.
No worries. No worries.
God forbid there's a gust of wind in New York. My connection.
Connections out the window. That's funny.
Where were we? We were talking about the Bills and the Steelers.
Yeah.
It depends on how Tua plays with Miami.
Yeah.
Because that's the only other team where I see where the Bills have any slight bit of competition. But
yeah. You think the Patriots will sniff a winning record this year?
I don't, bro. I don't. I'm not sold on Cam Newton anymore, man.
Yeah.
We'll
see. And they got Mac Jones, If Cam doesn't play well, they'll probably put Mac Jones in, you know.
Sick Kick Music, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, Sick Kick Music. Good to see you, Smiley. Good to see you, Issa. Black Rose, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Cam Newton was never the same after he had COVID. He just looked like he looked like he lost a couple of steps.
Yeah.
And Bill Belichick is supposed to be the guy who is like the QB whisperer. He can make any QB player great.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do that with Cam.
I think also the Patriots, they didn't have any weapons. I mean, there was no one on the Patriots offense last year who scared you. They didn't have Gronk. They didn't have Edelman. They really had no talent on the offensive side of the ball. So that definitely doesn't help Cam.
From the Falcons, what was his name? Fuck, what was his name? Who was their number one receiver last year? Their main receiver.
I mean, I guess it was N'Keal Harris. I guess. I mean, Edelman was supposed to be number one, but he was hurt, so they didn't really.
And now he's retired.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they didn't have any weapons, So, but yeah, that's true. Cam has taken a lot of punishment in his career, but that's one of his assets is running the ball and being mobile. But he took a lot of punishment.
Hector says Cam just got beat up too much. He did, bro. He got hit with a lot of dirty hits, and the ref never called it.
Yeah.
There were two games where he got cracked helmet to helmet, and the ref never even called it. Yeah. And then he was concussed. Hey, Sick, if you have time, could you sub to my buddy here, Jay in the Bay? Sick Kick Music. He's huge on here, bro. He's got like 2 million followers. He's awesome.
Nice. All right.
Sick Kick is the man. He's a DJ too. He does all kind of mashups and
nice.
He's awesome.
All right.
He's got a merchandise line too. He's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, Cam Newton. I've seen him take some shots, bro. Like where the person who did it to him should have been ejected from the fucking game.
Right.
That's true. That's true, Hector. He did get cracked a lot, and then he was in that bad car accident.
Yeah.
Smiley says, "Shout out to Jay in the Bay." Sick Kick says, "Hello, Jay in the Bay."
How you guys doing? Thanks for coming through.
Eagles versus Falcons.
Ooh,
I don't know.
The Battle of the Birds. The Battle of the Birds.
Is Matt Ryan even going to play next year? What's going on with Matt Ryan?
Seems like the Falcons are committed to Matt Ryan. They're not committed to Julio though. That's for sure.
I don't know. I'm not really sold on Matt. I think Matt Ryan's days are numbered. To be honest with you. Go ahead. What's your question, Sick Kick? Go ahead. He's
solid. Matt Ryan is good. He hasn't really. I don't know if he's had the same numbers since Shanahan left as offensive coordinator of the Falcons. But the Falcons, they really haven't been the same team since Shanahan left, and their defense absolutely, has been an issue for them. But I think Matt Ryan, he's still probably on his best day a top 12 quarterback, I would say, on his best day. But we'll see. They got Kyle Pitts. He's supposed to be a generational tight end. So
honestly, ever since they got shellacked by
the Patriots,
they've just never been the same after that.
Never been the same.
How do you blow a fucking 20-something point lead?
I don't know.
God,
it's hard to come back from that.
I don't like the Jet rookie QB, and his mom loves Trump. You talking about Wilson? Does his mom like Wilson?
Supposedly.
I don't know, Sick Kick Music. I'm getting my inspiration from you, brother. Maybe one day. They drafted who are you talking about, Hector? They drafted the tight end Ridley. Who did that?
Oh, he's talking about the Falcons drafted the tight end Pitts, Kyle Pitts. They have a wide receiver on the Falcons named Calvin Ridley, who's pretty good. He's a pretty good receiver.
Browns versus Chiefs. I think the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah. Yeah, I would take the Chiefs.
Packers versus Saints depends on who's playing for Packers, but
right. And also with the Saints quarterback, I mean, are you sold on Jameis Winston and Taysom
Not at
Hill?
all, bro. Not at all. He's either he's not a guy that's has a decent game. He either has a good game or a really fucking awful game.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I mean, look at his situation he was in. He was with the Buccaneers. If he would have just instead of throwing 30 interceptions, maybe throw 12, 10. They could have been in the Super Bowl, just like what Tom Brady did, like they basically had the same team. But he threw a 30 for 30. That's definitely not what you want to do in the NFL. So
yeah, that's what they were calling 30 for 30.
Yeah.
He comes in, Sick Kick. Emmanuel comes in every once in a while. Sick kick. I'll start Winston over Tatum. Okay.
Yeah,
Tatum.
yeah. It's just with Winston is his turnovers. Like if he turns the ball over a lot, it's, just like any quarterback, that doesn't will a team to win.
I think Smiley Gamer's asking you this. How do you remember all those names? I'm amazed. I can't remember what I had to eat.
Yeah, I've been watching football since I was like 8 years old. I used to play a lot of Madden, so that's another reason why. But I stopped playing Madden. I was just getting beat too much, and it's never fun to play a game when you keep getting beat by better players. So that's part of the reason.
I stopped playing, I think, Madden 2012.
Okay.
And it just got too complicated. Dude, I was fine with like Madden 06, Madden 07.
Yeah.
I played it on the PS2 portable, bro.
Yeah.
Tatum is not a real QB in my eye. Who's Tatum? Who's he talking about?
He's talking about Taysom Hill.
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Yeah, for the Saints.
He's more of like he comes in for a couple plays. He does the wildcat. He does the fakes.
He's like a Tebow.
Yeah. Maybe he can throw a little bit better.
Yeah, he could throw a little bit better. Exactly. So.
Sick Kick, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you. You're the man, Sick Kick. Broncos versus Giants.
Broncos versus Giants. I would probably take the Giants. I think their roster is better than Denver.
Smiley Gamer says, I stopped playing ever since 06.
06.
Yeah, I stopped playing in like 2011, I think.
Yeah.
Bears versus Rams.
Bears versus Rams. That's a Sunday night game, right?
I believe that's the Sunday night game, and then the Ravens and my Raiders are the Monday night game.
Bears versus Rams, Sunday night football, prime time. I can't wait for that game. I would say, is it in Chicago or LA?
It's in LA.
I'll probably take the Rams. I'll take the Rams to win that. Yeah, that's gonna be Matt Stafford's coming out party. He's going up against a pretty good defense. Huh?
You still believe?
I think he's still good. He threw for 5,000 yards with the Lions. With the Lions, they never had the running game. They never had the defense. It was poor management with the Lions. I mean, I'm sure you remember when they drafted a wide receiver, like in the first round with their first pick, like 3 or 4 straight years, like something ridiculous like that. He did have Calvin Johnson on his team, Megatron. Megatron. He had him, but I think the Rams are a complete team. They got the offense, they got the defense, and I think he'll flourish in McVay's system. I think so. So I think they
got a ton of wide receivers, right?
They do.
Reynolds. Yeah. They got the
Woods, and they got Deshaun Jackson. If he's healthy, he can definitely take the top off the defense.
I didn't even know he picked up. I didn't know Jackson was still playing, bro.
Yeah, because Deshaun got hurt, unfortunately. That's been kind of like the story of his career in the last few years. Deshaun can't stay healthy, but he's still fast. I think he played with Philly last year. I think he only played like in 2 or 3 games, though.
Damn, imagine if he would have stayed in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yep.
He was bitching. He was like, I want to get out of this Tampa Bay.
Because he was playing with Jameis.
It's 30 for 30, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
And then Tom Brady comes in for 1 year.
Yeah.
And brings them to a Super Bowl and beats the Kansas City Chiefs, which is
everything.
One of the most complete teams in the league is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Changed everything.
No, I agree. When you watch the Super Bowl with your guys and the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough game to watch. I mean, I felt like we were the better team like the first 3 quarters of that game. But, Jimmy G didn't play his best 4th quarter. The defense got a little leaky and, hats off to the Chiefs. They were the better team in the 4th quarter. They made more plays. So
I like that kid James on the wide receiver on your team, though. He's really
Richie James? Yeah.
Bro, I've seen him get clocked the last couple of years, like the last 2 years ago, I think. He was getting hit with these big shots, and he just gets up like it's nothing. He's and the bully Tebow, he's tough as nails too, bro.
Yeah,
he's got a good core of wide receivers.
I agree.
Then you got statistically one of the best tight ends in the game today,
George Kittle. That's right. Yeah.
What was it? He was injured last year, right?
Yep. Yeah. He missed at least
half a season.
I want to say 6 to 8 games at least. So yeah. Unfortunately, it was Jimmy's fault. If you look at the replay, Jimmy threw an errant pass, had Kittle kind of had to extend himself to get it, and then Budda Baker just took out Kittle's knee, and Kittle was hurt for and that's why we need more depth at the wide receiver position. That's why I feel like we still need to get another receiver. I thought we had our receiver with Marquise Lee. He was signed about 4 or 5 days ago, and then they cut him like 2 days ago. So
where was he from? He originally played for Jacksonville, right?
He played for Jacksonville, and he had a torn ACL, I want to say in 2018 or 2019, and then he opted out of 2020 last year. So because due to COVID,
tight end, great blocker, helps to run the game.
Absolutely.
Hector knows his stuff. Hector is like my fact check guy.
Yeah.
Fact check moderator. He knows shit about every sport that I never even known.
So you think your Raiders gonna win on Monday Night Football in Sin City?
Man, as much as I would like to say they will, they have a steep hill against Baltimore and
Lamar Jackson. Woo-wee.
When he gets his wheels going, bro, there's no stopping him. He reminds me of Michael Vick, only a little bit better, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
When Michael Vick came in the league around 2001, he was like this great mobile quarterback that no one's ever seen before. He's this. I think Jackson has all that and the accuracy and the arm. And, he'll run when he sees the opening, but he's got Hollywood Brown. He's got the Mark Andrews, who's a great
excellent tight end. Yeah.
He reminds me of like a better version of Michael Vick, to be honest with you. And he's just tough to stop.
I can see that.
You have to have a spy on him because you give him an inch and he'll take a mile. It's unfortunate what happened to him. I think it was the year before last year, or was it last year? He got hurt in the playoff game and he was concussed or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
I think if he doesn't get concussed, the Ravens beat the Titans. They win that game and they move on.
Yeah.
I can't remember which year it was though. It might have been the year before that. I don't know because they had that thing where they were stomping on each other's logos after the game.
I think in 2019 they beat the Titans. The Ravens did, I think. Because there's a lot of flack about Lamar Jackson, he can't win the playoff game. And I think last year they won a playoff game. But the year before that, I think that's what you're talking about when Lamar Jackson got concussed.
Yeah.
So
I would hope we see those two teams, in the playoffs again. It's I'm all about the rivalry, bro. Like shit, let the men be men and play ball and
exactly
the better team win. But I think he doesn't get concussed that one year. They might make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
Nah, I agree, and I can't wait to see the Raiders, unveil their stadium to the fans. The fans.
I can't wait, bro.
Yeah,
I'm all the way in Long Island, New York. I wish it was closer, but when I get my money together, I guess I'm going to take a trip to the Vegas and see that new stadium.
Can you imagine when the Raiders, or I should say, when they have the Super Bowl in Vegas? Like that's going to be insane. Vegas is already crazy, and then you put the Super Bowl there, and I've been to the stadium. Because me and my fiance, we love to go to Vegas. I actually went there a few months ago, and I saw the stadium. It's beautiful, beautiful stadium, and it's right next to the Strip, literally right next to the Las Vegas Strip. So, yeah.
Where did you stay in Vegas?
We stayed at MGM Grand.
Oh, that must have been awesome.
It was nice.
Did you see fights that day or no?
No. We tried to go on days where it's a little bit cheaper. So. Usually, if you go on fight nights or when they have the draft or, if they have a Super Bowl, the prices are through the roof. But, yeah, MGM Grand was nice. We loved the lazy river they had, and it was perfect. It was fun. We'd definitely go back.
How old are you, bro?
I am 33.
Oh, wow, you're older than me. I thought you were like 21. This whole time, I'm like, yo, check out this kid. Check out little brother here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Lopez, what's up, bro? Good to see you got your check mark, Lopez. Lopez, if you have time, please sub to my friend here, Jay in the Bay. Link is in the description.
Appreciate you.
251 people here. Please check out Jay's channel. Link in the description. Wow, you're 33?
Yeah.
That's old. I thought you were like a college kid. I thought you were like 21. You're just starting out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You've been doing this since what? Last August, you said? Last summer?
Yep, last August. Yeah, because the pandemic, it changed a lot. I had a lot more time on my hands, and I was like, hey, why don't I just talk about the Niners? I love talking about the Niners. So,
oh,
Yeah,
Hector, I think he's usually on 8 p.m. Sunday Eastern time.
right, exactly. Yeah.
What
And
other times are you on?
I'm planning on having a stream tomorrow, so it'll be 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow to be on the jinthebay YouTube channel. We'll just talk about the 49ers. They had a press conference today, so I wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to hear what the Niner Empire thought about the press conference today from Shanahan, and also Fred Warner was there, George Kittle, Jimmy G. So yeah, I wanted to break that down with the faithful tomorrow. So
all this publicity Fred Warner's getting, it sounds like he's like the second coming of Jesus Christ. No, every time I turn on ESPN, I'm like, they keep talking about Fred Warner. Like I know a lot of players, bro. I haven't followed any Fred Warner.
You got to watch him. I think he's the best middle linebacker in the NFL. Fred Warner.
Really?
Yes.
And he's a rookie.
No, this will be his 4th year this year.
Where was he prior? Well, I don't know why I never even.
So the Niners drafted him. I believe it was in the 2017 draft, and he was drafted out of BYU in the 3rd round. It might have been in 2018. It was either 2017 or 2018. Appreciate you, Hector, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, he was drafted either 2017 or 2018 draft. It was a 3rd round pick out of BYU, and he worked his way up. You know, he's played 3 straight years, never missed a game. In my opinion, he's the best middle linebacker in the NFL. He's up for a contract extension next year. Hopefully the 49ers can sign him this offseason. He's going to be making like top 5 linebacker money. So you just got to watch him though. He's excellent.
Maybe I've seen him and I just don't know the name. I follow the 49ers. I don't know why. Yeah. I follow Bosa for like God knows how long.
Yeah. He's not like flashy. He's not like Ray Lewis dancing and talking that much, but yeah,
Fred Warner, get on the field, do your job.
Exactly. Yeah, I think Fred Warner and Nick Bosa are the best defensive players we have on our team.
Hector says middle linebacker don't get sacks, but Warner is a monster, a tackle machine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. He can cover your best running back when he runs routes. He can cover your best tight end. He can, run sideline to sideline. Fred Warner can do it all for sure.
How was the pandemic for you guys last summer? I know it was wild. It was wild for you. We were the first.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy because I don't know about you, but yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've ever experienced something like this. When I was a kid, I just went to school like everyone else did, right? Yeah. So now my daughter, she wasn't able to go to school, so then there was homeschooling at home. My fiance couldn't work, so I was working, all the time. And yeah, I mean, it changed a lot of people's lives. And I saw some of your videos that you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
And I just got my first shot, I think, 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to my second. I did I think the Pfizer.
Okay, that's the one my mom got. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm taking the second shot in about probably 2 weks. So, yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy time. I don't know about New York, but Cali, they're starting to open up things. And Nevada, I think you don't even have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. I think that was the rule. You don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated in Nevada.
We're fully open here, but some businesses still want you to wear a mask. Other places are like, no, you don't have to wear it. I'm actually going to a Mets game Saturday night. I'm going to a Mets game, and I'll be sitting in a vaccinated section. But I'm just happy to be out, bro. Like,
yeah.
What made you want to get the vaccine? It was offered to you.
I mean, honestly, I didn't want to take it because, it is a new thing. We don't really know much about it. My friend is actually having a wedding, and he was either get the vaccine or take the COVID shot. And I was like, or get tested for COVID. Yeah. And I was like, well, most likely in order to travel, in order to do anything, you're going to have this COVID vaccine. So I was like, well, this is just an opportunity. This is just an opportunity for me to get it. So I just said, hey, let's get it. And soon my daughter will have the vaccine. I would assume by the time the fall school year starts, September or August, they'll have a vaccine. She's at 8. Okay, so she's
almost there. I think right now it's 12 and up.
It's 12 and up. So I mean, in the next few months, they're going to have one for my child, and I want her to be vaccinated because she's going to be around other kids, be around teachers. So it's just going to be like when you get your like your hepatitis shot, you get your polio, you get your chicken pox. It's going to be like that. It's going to be COVID next, where everyone pretty much is going to have it. So,
Lopez, thank you for subbing to jinthebay, bro. I don't know if I
appreciate you.
Thank you, Lopez.
Thank you,
dude. The second shot knocked me on my ass for like 2
Oh,
days.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, the second shot, it gets you. So
my mom got the second shot, and she's 65, and she never had any symptoms.
Wow. Same for my parents. My parents got both, and they were fine. But I've heard other people, like younger people, who get it, and they're like, it's like you got the flu, basically, you know. So, but yeah,
the most annoying part was just like, no matter how much sleep I got, I was tired. I had a mild fever just for a day, and then I had a headache that no matter what I took, whether aspirin, Advil, it just wouldn't go away. So I was just like, I'm just gonna let my body, ride it out. Yeah, go ahead, Lopez. Drop your link.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro. I let my body ride it out, and then like 2 days later, totally fine.
Yeah,
I didn't grow a third arm. I didn't have. He didn't microchip. I saw people like putting like. They would stick magnets to themselves, and the magnets would stick to them. I grabbed like 6 magnets. None of the magnets.
It didn't work. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I understand people's perspective. Like, this is new. They're scared.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're putting in their body. But it's like, bro, like, no magnets stuck to me. I didn't have. Yeah. It's been. I'm on like almost day 70, bro. Like, I jog like 20 to 50 miles a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I had that type of poison in me, I wouldn't be able to work out that hard. I wouldn't be feeling this great. You know.
Right.
The more you get sick after the vaccine means you have a strong immune response. Yeah, you're right, Hector.
Okay.
That's what my doctor said too. The more sick you get, the stronger your immune support, the more antibodies you have to fight off. I'm just glad like this is starting to come to an end, bro. To be honest with you, I'm in Long Island, and it's the infection rate in Long Island. I'm like maybe an hour out from Manhattan by train. Okay. The infection rate here is like 0.08. It's almost nothing.
It's almost nothing. That's good. And that's and if you get the vaccine, you can still get COVID, but I hear that the effects are much less than if you don't have the vaccine at all, because there have been a few athletes in the NBA and the NFL, and they have the vaccine, but they still get it. But at least the effects are much less severe to your body. So
you see what happened to the Yankees last week?
They had like 6 coaches that got it or something like that.
I think they had Hector. What they have? 8 coaches and 1 player, and they're all vaccinated with the J&J vaccine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, most of them didn't have any side effects though. Only one of them had side effects.
Wow.
The rest were asymptomatic.
And that's the crazy thing about it. That's why
from the Yankees,
Labor Taurus. And that's the crazy thing about it. And I don't know how you feel, but the mask wearing has kind of like changed my life, because before the COVID, I used to get sick a lot, like, just a common cold. But now 7 coaches, 1 player. But now I haven't been, knock on wood, I haven't been sick pre-COVID. Like December of 2019 was probably the last time I got sick. And I think it's because I wore a mask. It's crazy how much pollutants are in the air when people sneeze, cough, and things like that. Like it's crazy. Like I feel like I'll honestly wear a mask forever. Like
before the outbreak, I thought I had COVID. I was always testing negative. I wound up getting the flu, and then I had walking pneumonia, whatever the hell it's called, twice.
Wow.
So I'm over here in my house quarantining, thinking like, oh my God, I have it. I had so many, bro. I've had so many COVID tests that, like what Angie Hicks was talking about before. If I sit on my stomach and just watch TV on my bed like this, my nose will run, because I think I actually did damage to like my nose from all the COVID tests that I got.
Wow.
But I make sure I get the flu shot every year now.
Yeah.
I might keep the mask around for a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I will too. And also just keeping your distance from people, because you never know what they have. And even if they have the vaccine, they could technically still have COVID, not know it, and then give it to someone else. So that's why it's like, you gotta. I'm a mask up, especially in crowds and things like that. So
yeah, same here.
Yeah.
How did you feel after the first shot? No symptoms though.
No symptoms. No. I felt fine. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the second one.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I've had a ton of relatives that got the Pfizer, and they've had the only symptom that they complain about is that they were either really tired or they felt a little cold.
Okay.
They didn't have a fever. My cousin just got fully vaccinated 3 weeks ago with Pfizer.
Nice.
She was just really tired. My aunt was just really tired. My mom was just really tired.
Yeah.
I think everybody else in my cousin in Brooklyn, he got it. He didn't have any symptoms afterwards. And then the rest of my family got the Moderna one, which they're basically the same vaccine. They're mRNA vaccines or whatever. So
yeah,
man. Like,
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What record do you think your Raiders will have this year?
So let's see. Last year they were 8-8. I told Courtney, my lady, I told her I think they're going to be like 10-7, maybe.
10-7. Okay.
And that's wishful thinking, and that's them splitting with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Winning the first meeting and then losing the second one like they did last year. They always seem to play the Chiefs well, and there's they have that rivalry and the whole victory lap thing. And I think they're going to play them. I think they're going to play them tight again this year, and they'll split.
Yeah, because in your division it's still at the Chiefs. Oh yeah, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, and Chargers. That's a tough division. At least 3 out of those 4 teams.
I think they split with the Chargers last year too, but I'm going on a limb saying I think they might beat the Chargers both times. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You guys could ask any questions you want for Jay in the Bay.
So Patrick Willis retired early because he had issues with his feet. He was having issues with his feet, like a severe turf toe. I think he had been battling it for maybe a year or two, and he just decided to retire because he had bad feet.
There's no cure for that, right? Like once you have it, you just have to rest. That's why
you just have to rest. Yeah, you just have to rest. You can't walk on it. You just have to. Your feet have to heal naturally. So. But I think we'll be 12-5. I think the Niners have a 12-5 record. I think the NFC West division will be some of our toughest games. But yeah,
what's their first primetime game?
Green Bay Packers. Week 3.
I gotta have you on one of those primetime
Absolutely.
games. We'll call the game together. And what date? What's the date?
I believe it's a Sunday night game.
Okay.
Let me double check. I think it's a Sunday night game. Let me look up their schedule.
Hector, if you have another question for him, go right ahead, bro.
Subpoenas, but this is now a special one.
Let's see.
That will be impaneled and stay continuous for 4 to 6 months. What is that?
Oh, and Tim Tebow's contract, he didn't even get $1 million. He only got like $920,000.
Oh yeah, wow.
Which apparently is the bare minimum you could get as a starting tight end.
Okay.
In the NFL, I was thinking maybe he'll get and it's for 1 year. I thought he was getting like a 2 to 3 year. $2 million contract there.
I think they're giving him like a 1 year prove it deal. I think they're giving him a 1 year prove it deal. But that 49ers Packers game is going to be Sunday night, September 26th, and it'll be 5:20 Pacific, 8:20 Eastern.
Dude, you're welcome to come on. We'll call
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, Hector said the same thing you said before, bro. The West is tough.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams, Niners, that's the best division. Yeah, I think so too, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It depends on how Russell Wilson plays and how their defense plays.
Yeah.
But, dude, what's with Richard Sherman? Why can't they sign him? What the fuck? He's got plenty of juice left in the tank, bro.
Well, he's battled injuries the past few years. He had the Achilles injury, and then he had last year the calf injury. So he's missed a lot of games with the Niners. He's lost a step. I can't lie. There's no doubt. Richard Sherman is a future Hall of Famer, one of the best cornerbacks to play the last 2 decades. He's famous for the Legion of Boom, of course, but I think his days as a starting corner are numbered. I think he should go to the safety position. The Charles Woodson was a great corner. He went to the safety position. Rod Woodson did as well. I think that should be his next move, but I don't think he can play corner man-to-man coverage with the elite receivers anymore. So we'll see who signs him.
You see Marshawn Lynch wants to come back to the Raiders one more year.
Really? Again?
Yeah.
Wow.
He must want more money, or he just can't make up his mind, or maybe it's a little bit of both. Like, look, if he wants to come back to the Raiders, I'm all for it, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Josh Jacobs is pretty solid though.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys got Kenyon Drake too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's pretty good too. So
I'm sold on Jacobs though. That's my guy, bro. Sherman
Yeah,
would play safety, says
Yep.
Hector.
Yeah, Hector agrees. Yep. Yeah. I think he should play safety now. I think Sherman in zone coverage is still good, but I think the offense knows, hey, they're playing zone coverage because that's what Sherman plays at his best. He's still an excellent tackler. He's still very cerebral. Like he's like a coach on the field, Richard Sherman, but in man coverage, he just can't keep up with the receivers anymore. So, yeah, I think he'll play safety. Or, I've heard maybe the Saints might sign him. I think the Raiders might sign, so.
Who'll probably sign him? The New York Jets will probably pick him up.
New York Jets. Yeah, because he'll be back with Robert Saleh. So that wouldn't be bad.
I have a great rivalry with my girl with the Jets, because the Raiders played them last year and beat them when there was 5 seconds, 8 seconds left. So yeah. I talk shit to her all day, every day. Muggs, thanks for coming, Muggs. Appreciate you.
That's cool.
I was pissed that the Raiders aren't playing the Jets again this year, so I could rag on my girl who's a diehard Jets fan. Every year, bro, every year. We're rebuilding. I'm like, yo, you guys have been rebuilding since 1990 freaking 2.
The Jets were good when they had Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez. They had their little 2 or 3 year run, but
yeah, I think it was 2010, 2011.
Yeah,
and then everybody was like, we want to get rid of Rex. And then they fucking rip up his contract. They get rid of him, and then they suck. And now everyone was like, we want Rex Ryan back. No,
exactly.
He's going to work in the booth and make more money being
making more money, less
like Tony
stress.
Romo.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought. I thought J.J. Watt would do, was that he would just and Aaron Rodgers. I thought they would retire and just go in the booth and make more money doing that.
I mean,
it seems like Rodgers still has the desire to play though. So
yeah,
I mean,
no, it definitely does seem like it, but we'll see. I mean, he threatened to retire. So what gives? Will he really sit out the whole season? Aaron Rodgers? I mean,
I got a funny feeling like one of these teams that just don't have it together. They don't know if their quarterback is going to be the guy, like someone like the Raiders, Derek Carr, or Carson Wentz and with the Colts. A team that's not sold on their quarterback, or if Watson's out of the league, if the league suspends him for a year or whatever it is, and they don't have the quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers is sitting there, I think they'll snatch Aaron Rodgers up. It seems like Aaron Rodgers wants to play, and he wants to play for an offense that is complete, that has the pieces, that has a good number one receiver, a good second receiver, a tight end, an offensive line to protect them because he's older now.
Yeah, right.
That was the big thing that he was bitching about, was the fact that, that line wasn't what it used to be. So the best QB I saw as a Jets fan is Pennington. I
remember him.
He was super nice. The Jets used to practice maybe 15 minutes from my house at Hofstra University.
Yeah.
Super nice guy, but he was never going to win any Super Bowls with the Jets.
No. He was solid, but yeah. He had
the same recurring arm injury. Like every year he would have to recover and rehab it, and then he would injure it again, and then he just wasn't the same. And then he went to the Dolphins for a year, I think, and then that was
he didn't have a strong arm to begin with, and the shoulder surgeries are terrible for a quarterback, especially on the throwing arm. Like, look at Cam Newton when he had that shoulder injury. I think it seems like he came back. I think he's still good, but yeah, shoulder surgeries hurt. Yeah, I see.
Does Hector know his shit, or does Hector know his shit, bro? He's on point. Hector, you're on point like always, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, Hicks? Good to have you back, Hicks. Hicks, if you haven't subbed to Jay, please go and sub to Jay. His link is in the description.
Appreciate it.
126 people here, so please go over to his channel, sub to him, watch his videos so he doesn't lose the sub, because YouTube is weird with all their freaking rules. I think if you sub to someone, you have to watch 3 minutes of their video or something, so you don't lose the sub. It's
really?
Weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting. That's weird.
That's what all my friends say that have 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
They know all the tricks and whatnot. Okay, thanks, Hicks. Appreciate you, Hicks. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Angie. Appreciate you. Thank you. But I appreciate you having me on, Travis. We definitely have to do this again in the future. Talk about some NFL, especially, when the Raiders play, I definitely want to get your thoughts. Maybe you could come on my channel in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll bring in my people too.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
the Raiders have a. Let me see if the Raiders have a primetime game here.
Well, the first game, the Monday night game against the Ravens, that's the first game of the season for the Raiders. We should definitely talk about that game.
Trying to find the date here so I could remember to write it down. Okay. September 13th, 8:15 my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. If you want to come on, we'll have the call on that game too.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and I appreciate.
I'll message you my my cell phone number when we get off. I'll email it to you so you have it, and then we'll link up again. And you want to plug your stuff? You got an Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone following me on Jay and the Bay YouTube channel. Also, I have Jay and the Bay on IG, Jay and the Bay 49er on Twitter. I appreciate everyone who already subbed to me, and I appreciate you, Travis, for letting me get on your platform and talk about the red and gold. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been fun.
Hector has a parting question before you go. Your thoughts before you leave? What the Niners kept getting hurt in Giant Stadium against
that was terrible. Bosa had the torn ACL. Solomon Thomas had the torn ACL. Jimmy G got hurt. So it seems like it's bad juju playing in that stadium, MetLife Stadium. So I'm glad we're not playing there this year. So, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on, Travis. We definitely gonna link up again in the future, and appreciate the shout out and appreciate everyone that was in the chat contributing to the show. And it's been a great night, and I will see you later on, Travis.
Later, man. Thanks for calling on. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
It's great to see you face to face later, bro.
Sounds good. All right.
See you.
All right. See you.
All right. That was the one and only Jay in the Bay. For those of you that haven't subbed to him, his link is still in the description. I think most of you subbed to him already, so drop his link one more time, and then I'm going to get out of here myself. Hoffa? Jimmy Hoffa? Is that what you're saying? Jimmy Hoffa? Jimmy Hoffa? I'm the one and only? Yeah, you're the one and only. Hex, it's good to see you. It's good to see all my regulars again. It's good to be back. Oh, God, bro. Don't even get me started. How crazy was that, Hector? I saw that and I was like, oh, my God. I grabbed my Jewish star and I was just holding it against my head. I was like, oh, my people, my poor people. Are you going to be live tomorrow? I don't know, Hicks. I don't know. I'm thinking about just keeping Tuesdays and maybe Saturdays. Courtney's good. I cooked Courtney lobster last week. I cooked Courtney a lobster dinner. We had lobster, macaroni, cheese, and lobster. I dispatched the lobsters humanely. I did not boil them alive. I did not boil the lobsters alive. The lobsters did not suffer, I swear. Courtney didn't really want to watch. I cooked it in like a butter, lemon, garlic sauce. And then Courtney was like, oh, I don't have the lobster cracker things. So we were sitting there with a hammer and we were hitting the lobsters with the hammer to get the meat out to eat it. But she actually paid for it. I always pay for everything for her. She paid for it. And the two lobsters were like $50 a piece, bro. Fucking Long Island. You can't make that shit. I mean, they're expensive everywhere, but it's like 2-pound lobster, like $50 a piece plus tax. Like, what the fuck? And then you don't even get that much meat with it, you know? You really got to pick it clean to get your money's worth. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Hector. Tuesday and Saturday, and then wow, I'll come there and sell lobster. No, you're selling mushrooms and meatballs, Brendan. Yeah, Tuesdays and Saturdays for now, and then when the NFL starts, it'll switch to all day Sunday, Monday night, and then Tuesday night. Because I really want to cater to what this channel was really supposed to be about, is me, calling football games and watching sports, and then maybe throw in like a day where I go around Long Island. I think Saturday I might go to this really good chicken teriyaki spot. You need to come on more of that. I'm slowly weaning back into it. Look, I'm working on this studio here. I got the soundproofing. I'm going to get a microphone. It's going to be super professional, though, Hicks. I promise you. Once I get that microphone hooked up, oh, shit. I'm going to look so professional, Hicks.
The only good news would be if that the people who will own being Republican now.
I hope your mom's okay, Brandon. I'm just going to drop Jay in the Bay's link for anybody that hasn't subbed to him yet before I get out of here. Yes, Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturday. I could do that. I could do Tuesday and Saturday nights, and then maybe gallivant around town Thursday afternoon. How's mom doing? Mom's a pain in the fucking ass, Hicks, but she's doing well. She's doing really well. Yeah, email me because I don't know what's going on, Brian. Here is Jay in the Bay's link. Want to make sure it gets dropped one more time.
Appreciate you, Wiz. Thank you, sir. All right, I flagged as a bolo last night, but you know what? It's even bigger than and more important than I made it. Okay? You have to look at who's behind the fraud in Arizona, and that's why I call it fraud. Because the more you learn, and the more.
Oh, and she didn't have to get her Hicks. She didn't have to get her gallbladder taken out. She got on some medicine that correct.
It should tell you everything.
Oh, you did? When is Survival Show on? I'm not sure, man. He usually does Wednesdays. Travis, I sent you something special in T's package. Got to run. Talk to you later. Thank you. It's probably a penis lollipop. Probably a penis lollipop. Thank you, though, Bill. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping in. Been a good night. Yeah, it's been a good night. Nice to have a chat where we're not bothered. It's nice to have a chat where my family's not being threatened or people aren't saying mean things about my dead dad who's been dead since 2013. It's just nice to see you guys again. It's nice to just have a normal, friendly conversation where people aren't taking personal jabs at me or other people. Yeah, Survival usually goes live Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. But I think he's been really busy with work, so we didn't go live last week. But Wednesdays is usually his night. Yeah, I am too, Hicks. She was freaking out about having to have a gallbladder removed, and then the doctors found a medication for her to correct all that, and she didn't have to, I think she passed a couple of kidney stones, and she's better now. But she was driving me crazy for a little bit. Yeah, indeed. You weren't here that night, Hicks, though. It was freaking wild. Friggin' wild. Hector, what's going on with the fucking Mets, dude? Are the Mets going to fucking get on a win streak or what? I hate when I stay up late to watch the Mets, Hector, and they fucking lose. They lost the fucking game. Oh, they're winning right now, yeah, but they lost the they lost yesterday, right? Not yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday and Sunday. Yesterday, Sunday, and Saturday. I watched all those games, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? I watched the game Saturday with Courtney, and she was like, pissed. I'll give her a mushroom on the meatball.
Members of the FBI that you're sure were members of the FBI asked you to do, and you know their names.
Kenny Sons hurt like hell, but the colors are. Oh my God, Hicks. I don't know where Lawrence went, but I think Lawrence said I look like a Greek god. So thank you, Lawrence. Thor's going to be out for a while, isn't he, Hector? He's having surgery, right? Or some shit. Oh, I didn't know he got re-injured again. I thought he was going to get surgery. God, the Mets have so many players on the fucking injury list, bro. Travis is a tight injury. Hector, I'm going to that game Saturday night, bro. I got really good seats for that Mets game. Did you dye your hair and beard? No. No, I didn't dye it. Oh, you know what it is, Hicks? I'm tan right now. I'm tan right now, and I'm under a light. So if I moved out of the light, see how it's darker now? I have a light. I have like lights like right above me because I told you I'm being professional. It's a professional studio, so I have professional lights up above me. But my skin is also tan, so it looks brighter than it actually is. That's not good, Hector. He left after one inning. That's not good, bro. Got injured that fucking quick. Sounds like maybe he rushed it. Travis saw the light finally. Yeah. Oh, do you? Do you go there a lot? I go there a lot, bro. I go to several games a year, except for last year because everything was shut down. But I always go. I get tickets. I get tickets a couple of times in the summertime. I get good tickets though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He must have rushed something. His body wasn't fully healed. You look like a black man now. Oh, okay, Hicks. Thank you. You guys like my firefighter flag back there too? In my little ass fucking studio here. Yeah, that's usually what I do. I usually go to at least 3 games, and I usually get really good seats. And then I try to go to a WWE event at Nassau Coliseum every once in a while. I go to a lot of WWE like house shows and live events. It's a lot of fun, bro. I'm sure you go. You're a wrestling fan, right, Hector? Say something sarcastic so I can say it. I could just tell you like a joke that I probably already told you. Why was the frog stranded in the parking lot? Because his car got towed. Get it? His car got towed. He's a frog. Yeah, got it. I've been waiting over a week. Yeah, you've been waiting about 12 and a half days. You've been waiting for 12 and a half days, brother. Brendan wants to say kiss his ass. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's good to be back, though. I just can't wait to get the rest of the equipment, guys? Like, the fucking, the mic on the fucking thing. Hook it up over, like, in here somewhere, and then have it move around and adjustable and kiss my ass. Listen, what's the video, Brendan, where you're like, put the mushroom on the meatball? I'm still waiting for Hicks to actually make videos and start a channel. I tell Hicks all the time, like, you gotta put some videos, man. It's fucking hot out. I went to the boardwalk yesterday. And by the boardwalk, it's like a food truck restaurant, and they have the best fried shrimp tacos, ahi tuna tacos, the best French fries I've ever tasted, and buffalo chicken empanadas. Amazing, bro. Amazing. I wouldn't know where to start, not text savvy. Neither am I. I just wing it. Brendan, at one point there was 500 people in here. It's fucking crazy, bro. I mean, I told everybody and their grandma that I support, hey, I'm having a live today, so if you want to come with your people, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but I'm returning. Oh my God, the news. The news is literally playing every Marjorie Taylor Greene quote that was outlandish ever. GOP leaders finally condemn Greene's mass Holocaust. Whatever. I'm out of the politic business.
She knows better, but she did it anyway. How could you? First of all, you compare nothing to the Holocaust. We know why. We know why. You don't qualify it because that degrades it. She knows that. She just showed you she did. So why'd she do it? Because that's the game. And why didn't they go after her and condemn her? And so
Jay in the Bay has a live tomorrow. Don't forget, guys. Jay in the Bay is going to be live tomorrow. I know nothing about tech, Brendan. I mean nothing. I don't either, though, Hicks, and I was able to kind of figure it out. You don't have to be funny. You could just talk and people will listen. It's the same thing that I did, Hicks. It's just, just wing it. There's Jay in the Bay. Again, if you haven't subbed to him, there's still 85 people here. He's having a live tomorrow. Don't forget to sub to Jay in the Bay.
I watched Speaker Pelosi, Speaker Boehner, and Speaker Ryan deal with members of their own parties.
Oh, you said you would. I thought you said you wouldn't. I would have really funny content. Yeah, you would. If you filmed a day in the life of Angie Hicks at her job, shit. Bunch of black girls arguing all day over hair products. Now that is entertainment. That is entertainment, my friends. You ever need something in a fucking hurry and there's a black girl there on the phone? Oh, hey, Loretta. I got 100 people online, but I can talk about yesterday's party. It's my impression of black women. Hicks. That's that Peter Griffin video I showed you in the wintertime, Hicks. It's true, though. You ever go into a place and there's a black girl talking on the phone to one of her friends, and she works there? And you're like, excuse me, ma'am, I need help over here. Can you see I'm busy, white boy? Shit. Oh, man, it's so good to be back. It's so good to be home. Brendan, I'm going to get off, too. Brendan, you have a good night. Nita, thank you, Nita. I see you, Nita. Thank you for being here, Nita. Annex Super blog. Did I mod you? Taylor Greene and others who spew anti-Semitism. We saw it during the insurrection. That one guy wearing a Camp Auschwitz sweatshirt. But there comes a time when you're a leader of your caucus that you have to stand up and bring the hammer down on your own members. It's not fun. It's not easy. Nanny G! Let me make sure I modded you guys before I get out of here. Otherwise, I'll forget. And they found primary opponent for him. They got behind that primary opponent. Hicks, I've been trying to get a shave and a haircut all week, bro. I don't know where my barber went. I hate that. You do? You like it? Do you like it, Nanny? Supper vlog. I modded you. Yeah, but I don't have the best hairline, and the more my hair comes in, the more you can see my receding hairline, and I gotta hide it. It's a lot of work, man. Never stir a black girl on the phone. Nanny Gigi, thank you for the compliment.
Stop playing.
Thank you, Hicks, too.
This is the only way it changes. The crazier you get, the more popular you'll be. Charlotte-
Never disturb a black girl on the phone and never touch a black girl's hair.
To the reasonable. But right now, I don't think it's getting-
I touch Quart's hair all the time, though.
Let's talk about something else that we should all
Take note. Take note.
1 year since the death of
Oh, Brendan.
It is a horrible marker to have in our society, but it should be at least motivated into a position of relevance so that we can remember.
If you haven't subbed,
remember what-
please sub to my friend. Here is his link. J in the Bay.
President Biden.
He's got a great channel.
Look at this
He's from the West Coast. He's a good dude.
For Floyd's young daughter, Gianna, who once said her daddy changed the world. Remember that?
You can't touch a black girl's hair now.
How is that going?
Most likely it's not hers.
What is the
No,
change
Courtney has her hair.
in the Biden administration?
But for sure, after you shave, maybe make you feel better and light. Yeah, maybe. I look weird without a beard, though. I look like a weird, like. I look like the friggin' I look like the Pillsbury Doughboy without a beard. So. Brendan, if you're still here, Nanny Gigi, if you want, drop your links before we go. Nita, drop your links before we go, because there'll be people that come back and watch the video that missed it, and if they see their links, they'll sub to you. So anybody that wants to drop their links, do it now. Shave it low, but not off. Maybe. Brendan, drop your link too, bro. What?
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
It's still on?
I'm ending now. Thank you, Nanny Gigi. There's Brendan's website.
Master Brendan on?
Master Brendan?
Yeah.
Minister Brendan.
I call him Master Brendan. Is he on?
Yeah, he's right here.
Is he okay?
Brendan, my mom wants to know if you're okay. Are you okay? You called him Master Brendan? It's Minister Brendan. He's a minister.
Okay.
Shave it, but leave spike. Master Brendan. There it is, Nanny Gigi. Show us the studio. This is the studio. It's literally this big, Hicks. The studio is literally this big.
This is your studio?
Yeah.
You telling people this is your studio?
It is a studio. Don't blow up my shit. The studio. See the studio?
Oh yeah, now I can see it. Okay. So they think you're on. They think you're in a booth or something.
No, booth. It's a studio.
Studio.
Almost, Smiley. Almost.
Show us the studio.
Hello, madam. Good evening, says Nanny Gigi. To
Who's
you.
madam? Who's madam? Me?
You're the madam.
Why am I a madam?
Hello, madam. Hicks says hello, Stephanie. Mr. Brennan says hi. Nita says, hey, your mom, Travis. Put the mushroom on the meatball, says Brendan. Hello, mommy, gorgeous, says Smiley Risa.
Where's who's missing?
Survival.
Oh, he's not on.
No.
How come?
I don't know. Maybe he got stuck working. He's an electrician.
Oh,
Say hi to everyone so we can go.
hi everyone.
Nita, did you drop your link yet? Nita and Nanny. Nanny, I think you dropped your link. Don't leave, Travis. I'm tired, man.
Why do they have to drop their link?
So other people could subscribe to the channel. Good luck on that, Travis. Excited on your blogs. Thank you, Smiley. Yeah, I gotta put like a little more thumbtacks down. I decided not to glue them to the wall because I don't want to ruin the wall.
Oh,
So
brother.
it's
He doesn't want to ruin the wall, everybody. So you thumbtacked him.
Do you have to spit on my face when you talk in my studio?
He thumbtacked it to the wall.
Listen, this is a studio. You see the flag? The firefighter flag for Grandpa. That's why I
Is
got
that
it.
what this is for? For Grandpa?
Fire department in honor of my grandfather, who's been a firefighter for what, 20 years?
No,
30 years?
I think 35. 35. 32 or 35.
See the flag? The fire flag, guys? See it?
See it, everybody? See the thumbtack wall, everybody?
Well, I didn't glue it because I didn't want to ruin the wall, so I just
So we tacked it. Now there's holes.
You can't see look how small the thumbtacks are.
Okay.
Mom is cool as hell. No, she's not.
What are these supposed to do anyway? This gives you like a soundproof room or something?
Yes, I got to get a microphone, though. Nice to see a mother who is very supportive. Yeah, she's so supportive, Nanny Gigi. Come on tomorrow. I get home at 9. I think Survival might be going live at that time tomorrow, Hicks. At least we don't have to see a hole in the wall anymore. Yeah, that's true.
What hole?
The hole over there. Improvement. Yeah, it
You
is.
showed them the hole in your
I didn't
wall?
show them.
Oh my God.
Travis, make it longer. More your beard, LOL. It's growing. The beard's growing.
No, it's coming off.
Cool mom. Yeah, so cool,
It's
Brennan.
coming off.
Your mom is great. Funny stuff. Hector is from, you remember Hector? He's from, where are you from? Queens, Hector? You live 10 minutes from City Field, right? Very supportive. So supportive. Mama Meatball vlog.
What?
Mama Meatball vlog.
What's that?
I don't know. He's making a vlog. Now.
Where's that? What was that?
Right there. Are you blind?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be thrilled that I thumbtacked it and I didn't glue it to the wall to ruin the wall.
The walls need the whole.
You know, if I had a
come
boom
down.
mic, like one of those mics, a boom mic.
Get rid of that beard.
No, what's wrong with you?
I like a chin strap better.
No.
Tell him to get rid of his beard, everybody. He looks nicer with a chin strap.
We don't have to see stinky feet anymore either. That's true.
What stinky feet?
'Cause when I sit on my bed, I have my feet behind me, so people see where my feet. That'd be your blog, Mama.
They don't have to see your stinky feet.
I put this here so when I get a microphone, it holds the sound better in the studio. I'm gonna get plexiglass.
All
too.
right. Yeah.
It's a nice studio, Travis. Keep it up. See?
Who
See?
said?
Smiley likes the studio.
Okay.
You're the only one that doesn't like it.
Nobody wants to see your stinky feet anymore.
Well, I'm glad I found this table.
It's my table,
It's my table. You didn't even know it was in the shed.
but it's my table.
Okay. It's
It's
mine now.
my studio.
It is a studio. Look. Look at all the soundproofing. The studio. Now all I need is a microphone and some plexiglass
Why do you need plexiglass?
to keep the sound in. Clear sound on the microphone.
You don't have a microphone.
I'm gonna get one eventually. I want to put the motto, put the mushroom on the meatball in the background, and put a picture of a Titan. Proud of you, Travis says Hicks. There you go. It's very hard for my mom to say those words, so thank you, Hicks. I'll take the compliment from you instead.
Oh, stop.
You made fun of the studio.
I didn't make.
Hey, did you like this? Was a studio? The club with
You put thumbtacks in the wall.
Okay, and if I would have glued it, you would have been like, "Why the fuck did you glue it? You ruined the walls."
Okay. Okie dokie.
I'm surprised you didn't like this flag. It's very
I didn't even.
Honorable.
I didn't. It is.
my grandfather.
You better take a picture and send it to him.
You think he'll even care?
Yes.
You think he'll?
Why
He'll
would he
appreciate it?
care? Of course he would.
It's an American flag with the fire department symbol over it. That's what it is.
Watch your mouth, young man.
I learned from the best, Hicks. I learned all the curse words from my mom growing up.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Remember when you used to say "bafangul"? And then the other one, whenever you drop something, you'd be like, "Ah, your sister's ass." And then when you stub your toe, you'd be, "Ah, son of a bitch bastard." And I'd be like 5 years old hearing you say all those things. What are you
I
trying-
did not say that when you were 5 years
Ever.
old. Don't lie.
Those were all your famous words. Your sister's ass, bafangul, son of a bitch bastards.
You were older. Though.
I wasn't. You were
I
cursing
think
when I was a baby. I
I
remember.
was not.
Yeah, you were. She curses all the time, Hicks.
No, I don't.
You were yelling about before when you dropped something. You're like, "Ah, god damn it," or whatever you said.
Don't say that because Minister Brandon's gonna holler at us.
He's gonna holler at you. You're the one who said Mama Berg loses this one. Yeah, she does. I have to admit, I agree with Travis.
Who said? Oh, okay, I'm a bad person.
Nanny Gigi says, haha, that's funny. I learned all my swear words from her.
No, you did not.
Dad didn't curse.
Mom, can you curse for me?
Curse in Italian. You only know Bafangul in Italian. Or Shibata, which is what, stupid?
Shibata is stupid.
Shibata. Hicks, you're Shibata.
No, she's not. Don't say that. That's not nice. Travis is making.
Travis is making of Mama Berg your creation. What?
I don't get it.
I don't get half the shit.
I
he
don't
says.
get it. Okay.
You see, they are negotiating the police reform bill. The George Floyd police reform bill.
Oh,
That's my guy, Chris Como.
I do not like him. Look how tan he is. Laying out in the sun in the Hamptons.
With me. Remember Goodfellas, the mom scene? I don't remember the Goodfellas, the mom
No.
scene.
No.
Goodfellas was which Ray Liotta and De Niro, I think.
I didn't see the movie, so I don't know. What
You
is
never
it?
saw Goodfellas?
No, I didn't. Never saw it.
Will tell us if you want to know the answer to this. Here's how you go about finding it. Next.
Yale professor on the origins of COVID. It came from the fucking lab.
It came from China. From
Yeah, the Wuhan lab.
But
Where
they
else would it
don't-
come?
but-
With the picture she painted? I saw that movie so many times. I don't remember. I remember the scene where he's like, "Oh, you're a funny guy." Was that Goodfellas or was that Casino? I think it was Goodfellas. He's like, "Oh, you're a funny guy. What am I, a clown? Or do I amuse you? Ha ha ha.
Why is it
Funny
so
how?
funny?
Because the AC's off. Funny how? I don't know. You're just a funny guy."
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a quote from Goodfellas with Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci. You're Italian and you never saw that?
No,
Did you see The Godfather?
some of it, not all of it.
Have a good day. Behave yourself.
What's that mean?
Travis ha malto di impera. What is he saying?
Who?
Right
What are you reading?
here. Travis ha malto da impera. Impera.
Oh, I don't know what that means. What language is that?
Gay coffin amian, Brandon. Gay coffin amian.
What does that mean?
Go shit in the ocean.
Ocean. Nanny, your great grandmother used to say that. That's where you got that from.
No, I got it
Not from me.
I got it from Grandpa Al.
You got it from Grandpa Al. Nanny used to say that all the
Did
time.
she?
Yeah.
But Grandpa Al used to say it to Allison, and Allison says it all the time. So I took that from Gay coffin
And
amian.
he was not Italian. That's an Italian
No,
thing.
that's Yiddish.
It is?
Yeah, that's why I said Grandpa Al, Jewish. Hello.
No.
What did Nanny say in Italian? Wow,
Brandon said, kiss my ass, Travis.
cool. I never saw Goodfellas either. Heard it was dope though. Yeah, it was all right. Go shit in the ocean in Italian. In Italian? Nanny was Italian? Full
Yeah.
time?
Your great grandmother was Italian, yes.
And she used to say go shit in the ocean. She used to say go shit in your hat.
Oh, that's right.
Go shit in your hat. In
Grandma has a potty mouth.
Italian.
Yeah, she did have a potty mouth.
Go shit in your hat.
Yeah.
Vai de mela, cuti
Now put
capello.
in what Al used to say.
Go shit in your hat.
He didn't say no. What did? No, that's not what. I'll forget it. You-
Jay Coffin, I'm Jan. This is to Capello. And then the Yiddish one is Jay Coffin, I'm Jan. Hey, Lawrence is back. What's up, Lawrence? And then this is what Grandma said. Go shit in your hat.
Okay.
Or maybe it was go shit in your
All
ocean.
right, whatever. Let's clean it up.
No, I don't want to clean it up.
Say something nice. I don't know why you have the news on again. Why don't you put something happy on?
Go shit in the ocean.
Doesn't sound right.
Maybe she said something else.
Maybe she was saying it wrong.
We put some rare air out there. I don't know what caused COVID.
Tradition. Sure, Brendan. So many generations of potty mouth. Yeah, Grandma was a potty mouth.
600,000 Americans that this disease took from us and their families and loved ones to figure out.
Dr. Fauci, it's imperative we find the origin of COVID-19. No shit.
China. Was
But
in
where in China?
The place where they had those bats.
The wet market?
Yeah.
No. The Wuhan lab.
You think it was in a lab?
I think it was lab created. All right, say bye to everyone so we can go.
Okay, bye everyone. I have to go now. Say something nice.
Thank you all for rejoining me on my live streams. I appreciate you all
Happy
very much.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, and I hope you all have a great night, and I'll see you soon.
Health and happiness. Sing a song to yourself. I gotta go. Gotta go brush my teeth.
Later, everyone. Lawrence, thanks for coming back, bro. See you later. See you all later.